first look at high school football scores and highlights. This is First Down Friday Night with the WZDX Sports Team. First Down Friday Night is sponsored by your local Health Mart Pharmacy and B2EDI. Be the best to ever do it.
September the 18th, providing us some very cool weather during week 4 of the high school football season. Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to another episode of First Down Friday Night. I'm Sports Director Mo Carter, and you're watching everything right here on WZDX. We've got a ton of great action tonight from across the Tennessee Valley, and presenting a handful of those great games are my second and my third members of the crew. So let's go out to Charity Chambers and Kayla Carlisle to let us know what they got in store for tonight.
Tonight is a big night for the Danville Hawks because it's the first time they're taking on East Lawrence in 23 years. And not to mention East Lawrence is on the hottest start to a season since the 80s. So we'll have highlights from that matchup plus highlights from Columbia at Hartselle.
I'm here at our game of the week where it's a battle of the unbeatens as Madison Academy takes on North Jackson. I'll have those highlights coming up.
All right, thank you so much, ladies. Now, over the next 2 weeks, Milton Frank Stadium and Louis Cruz Stadium will play a host to a pair of the city's biggest rivals. Next week, we'll see Grissom and Huntsville. But tonight, it was all about Mae Jemison and Lee. Of course, this rivalry goes all the way back to the days of Johnson versus Lee. Bragging rights on the line, everyone. Now, first quarter, Jaguars in the red zone. Kel Woods throws a perfect pass to the corner, goes in and out of the hands of Marquand Battle. Jemison would turn it over on downs. But on the very next Jaguars possession, Woods decides to call his own number. Watch him as he breaks a couple of tackles. He'll hit the sidelines, follow his blockers, tiptoes down the sideline, and he's into the end zone for a score. And the Jaguars get the extra point. They go up 7-0. Let's go to the second quarter now. Jaguars on the move again. Markel Symington taking it on the speed sweep. He'll take it all the way down to the 8-yard line. Very next play, Jaguars knocking on the door. Of course, this time it's Cameron Montgomery right up the gut, and he finds Pater. Jaguars go for 2, and they go on top by a score of 15-0. All right, Generals, they just could not catch a break. Their quarterback, Anthony Matthews, steps back to pass. He hits and he fumbles. The ball is recovered by Christian Campbell of Mae Jemison, and the Jaguars have perfect field position on the Lee 30-yard line. Symington will score and make it 21-0. Let's check out your final score from this one, and it was all about Mae Jemison as they go on to win by a final of 34-14. Next week, Lee will take on Clemens, while Mae Jemison will take on Buckhorn. How about the Madison County Tigers taking on the Randolph Raiders? The Raiders actually getting off to a slow start as the Tigers' Xavier Tinkler nearly picks off this interception. I guarantee you during DB drills, this guy is going to be working on his hands through the week. Late in the first, Madison County's Ramiro Tower scrambles all day. He was like, I'm going to go to the left. Now I'm going to go to the right. Then he fires the ball all the way down the field, and it looks like he's got a man, but he cannot hook up with Case Watson. Later in the first, Andrew Hunter is sacked by Dalton Towler. He loses the ball. It's recovered by Josh Cagle. Madison County has perfect field position. 2 plays later, Ramiro Tower decides to keep the ball and run it in for a touchdown himself. The extra point was wide right. Madison County up 6-0 in the first. Let's check out your final score for Sports Med Field tonight as Madison County goes on to win by a final of 29-14. Next week, County will take on Guntersville. Randolph, they've got a bye. The following week, they'll take on Madison Academy. Hazel Green traveling down I-65 to Cullman tonight. Bearcats already up 27-0 in the second quarter. Anthony Harbin looking for some blocks. The pocket collapses, so he tries to escape, and Drew Ball and Cody Lynn meet him for a loss. Now Cullman with the ball. Their quarterback, Max Doolin, he's actually doing well throwing the ball considering these guys run an option. He gets it out to Nick Glass. Glass makes one man miss, shares a couple of tackles, and he's into the end zone for a 35-yard touchdown. Cullman up 34-0. Second half now, it's Doolin again on the quarterback waggle, and guess who he finds? A wide open Nick Glass right there. Second touchdown of the day for those two guys, hooking up 34-0 Cullman in the third quarter. Continuing more from Cullman, here we go once again. They get the ball to Tyler Owens, and he punches it in for a score. Let's check out your final score from down I-65 tonight. Cullman goes on to win by a final of 48-6. Next week, Hazel Green has a bye. They'll face Muscle Shoals, while Cullman, they'll travel to the Shoals area to take on Mars Hill. All right, everybody, you know the deal. Don't forget, we're on social media at Mo Carter WZDX, at Charity WZDX, and of course, at Kayla WZDX. Send us a tweet. We may read it out later on the air. Things are revving up here on First Down Friday night. Coming up next, we'll check in with Charity Chambers. She'll have a live recap of our varsity game of the night, and it was a good one. Stay tuned for that.
Now, back to the action on First Down Friday night.
And welcome back, everyone. Of course, it's week 4 of the high school football season. Tonight, our varsity games of the night featuring a pair of undefeated teams in Class 4A. Now, our very own Charity Chambers joins us live from one of those games. And, Lord, I heard you had a great night tonight, Charity, so tell me all about it.
Yeah, like we said, Mo, this was a battle of the unbeatens tonight as Madison Academy took on North Jackson. And what made this game so interesting is the fact that North Jackson head coach Chandler Tygard was the offensive coordinator for Madison Academy before he took the head coaching job with the Chiefs. This was his first time back here at Madison Academy taking on his old team. And like you said, Mo, this was definitely one for the ages. So let's go ahead and take a look at those highlights. In the second quarter, North Jackson leads by 2, but they're adding to it thanks to this guy, Cayman Huckabee. He says, "Get off of me," and bulldozes his way into the end zone for the score. Chiefs went for 2, missed it, but they're still up 18-10. Madison Academy trying to get something going. Our First Down Friday night MVP of the week, Avery Seaton on the keeper, and he fumbles the ball. North Jackson recovers it. They were unable to capitalize on that drive, though, but let's fast forward to a couple of possessions later. Dalton Morris, with time in the pocket, launches it to a wide-open Asen Quinn to pick up the first down. That would set them up for this. Nigel Lanier finds the end zone for the score. They go for 2, and once again, it's Nigel on the keep. He fights his way for the score. North Jackson up 26-10 with 1:14 to play in the first half. Chiefs now with the onside kick. It gets a good hop, and it lands right into the hands of Chiefs Brady Cunningham, North Jackson's ball. And they would capitalize on it. Nothing like a 2-minute drill, right? Dalton Morris to Johnny Gilliam in the end zone at the half. Chiefs led 32-10. The Mustangs actually ended up coming back, completely erasing that 22-point deficit. It's under a minute to play in the fourth. Madison Academy leads 36-32. 4th and long for the Chiefs, their last shot here. Morris makes the throw, but it's Kanan Hamlin for the Mustangs coming up with the big stop. Madison Academy goes on to win the game 36-32. A little bit down the road, another matchup taking place. Number 5 Austin, undefeated going into this game, taking on Sparkman. This ended up being a really good game. First possession, Senators with the ball. They are driving down the field. Nicholas Sawyer connects with Cameron Foley. That'll be good for a first down. A couple plays later, Sawyer throws one up to none other than Cameron Foley again, this time in the back of the end zone. Senators go up 7-0. The Black Bears have an answer, though. Quincy Crittenden to Winston Lyle. He picks up the first down and then some. A little bit later, Crittenden once again to Lyle. He cruises in for the score, tying the game at 7. Let's go ahead and take a look at that final score. Sparkman actually ended up beating Austin, handing them their first loss of the season, 21-14. Next week, North Jackson will be facing off against Scottsboro. Sparkman, Austin, and Madison Academy all will have byes. And like you saw earlier, Madison Academy completely erasing that 22-point deficit, handing North Jackson their first loss of the season. Live in Madison, I'm Charity Chambers for WZDX Sports.
All right, thank you so much, Charity, and I'm glad you had such a wonderful time out there bringing us some good highlights. How about some Thursday night action? Huntsville taking on James Clemens. Stone Lawless at quarterback, rolling out, trying to find Jackson West, but he's intercepted by Jamal Mayers, and the Jets take over with great field position. Now the Jets knocking on the door. Giovanni Lopez takes the snap and runs it in for the score. Jets on the board, 7-0 as Coach Waldrop's kid just showed us a couple of dance moves from the sidelines. Now that play seemed to excite everyone. And here we go. Connor Cantrell rolls out, finds Tyreek Walker, our former First Down Friday Night MVP of the week. He got both feet in. That would be good in the NFL, and that would eventually lead to this. Once again, Lopez calling his own number and finding the end zone, 14-0 at that point. James Clemens goes on to win. Let's check out your final score from this one. It was 35-14. Next week, James Clemens will take on Lee, while Huntsville will take on Grissom. Hey, there's more to come on First Down Friday Night. Up next, Kayla Carlisle will show us if East Lawrence could remain unbeaten on the season. The answer is coming up next.
Now, more scores and highlights from across the valley on First Down Friday Night.
All right, everyone. There's 4 ways to watch First Down Friday Night, of course, live right here on WZDX and also on our RocketCityNow.com website. The full show will be posted around midnight on YouTube, and then you can watch a full replay on our .2 WAMY Whammy Sunday nights at 6 p.m. Now, welcome back, everyone. A lot of action taking place out in the western portion of our viewing area. We've got some great matchups, and for that, we'll go over to our very own Kayla Carlisle.
Tonight, Danville is taking on East Lawrence for the first time since 1997. It's been 23 years since these two went head-to-head, and last time it didn't go so well for the Danville Hawks. Now it's 2020, though. They're looking for a little bit of redemption as they take on the big dog in Class 3A, Region 8. East Lawrence is off to its best start since 1986 when they began the season 6-0. Tonight, they're looking to make it 4-0 as they took on Danville. Here we are in the second quarter. East Lawrence with the ball. Levi Barnes goes long to Dawson Terry. Terry goes high and he makes the catch. Eagles get a first down. Next play, Barnes connects with Peyton Kelly for the score. East Lawrence goes up 21-0. A little later, we're on fourth down. Eagles go to punt, but they fake it, and Barnes, he carries East Lawrence to another first down. And that would just carry the momentum even more for the Eagles. Barnes hits Isaiah Hubbard with the ball, and Hubbard runs and dives for the first down. Eagles ready to score. This time Barnes pops it up and hits Kelly right in the end zone for another East Lawrence score. The Eagles take this one home again. Here's your final score. Next week, the Eagles travel to Hatton. Danville will host Priceville. Moving over to Hartselle, where the Tigers hosted Columbia tonight. Hartselle's John Blackwood takes the snap in the first quarter, and he's going to hand it off to Caleb Moore. Moore jumping over defenders before getting taken down. Tigers would get a first down. The Tigers couldn't capitalize, but they could kick a field goal. Crawford Lang goes up for the kick, and it's good. Tigers get on the board first, 3-0. A little later, Tigers with the ball again. This time, Blackwood connects with Eli Tidwell. Tidwell would get pretty far before getting taken down. Tigers are first and goal. Ready to score now. Blackwood hands it off to Moore, and Moore would get it there. Tigers with another touchdown. And here's a look at the final score of that game. Next week, Columbia hosts Tanner, while Hartselle travels to Russellville. In Danville, I'm Kayla Carlisle, WZDX Sports.
All right, thank you so much, Kayla. Now, of course, tonight, the Bob Jones Patriots, they were set to take on Florence. However, COVID-19 played a major role in why the Patriots have to cancel not only tonight's game, but also next week's game. Here's the situation. Today, we were informed that a total of 9 Bob Jones players had tested positive for COVID-19. Because of that, the Patriots are canceling those 2 games. The games will count as forfeits against Florence and Auburn. Now, of course, we will keep you updated on that. You always hate to see how the situation goes, but, kudos to the Madison City School Board for making sure that the players remain safe and everything's going to work out well in the future. All right, everyone, for the past few years, Fife has been known as a powerhouse when it comes to football. Now, over the past 6 years, they've won 4 state championships. Last weekend, head coach Paul Benefield reaching a new milestone with his 300th career victory. Charity Chambers has a look at that.
Not even a screenwriter could have written a more perfect story. On September 11th, 1992, Paul Benefield picked up his first ever win as a head coach with Sylvania High School. Exactly 28 years later, on September 11th, 2020, he got his 300th career victory over Sylvania, the very school where he got his head coaching start.
To me, it really didn't matter who it was, or, it's amazing. You just feel honored and blessed to even be able to coach that long.
Coach Benefield grew up in Fife. He remembers playing Little League ball on the fields next to the football stadium. And I guess you can say things have changed quite a lot since then, as he's been the head coach at Fife for almost 25 years, and the football stadium is now named after him.
When I was in school, I remember there wasn't much of a fence around this field, so it's just special to know that, you hope all the guys that went to school with you and played for you, are proud.
Coach Benefield's 300th career win makes him a part of a prestigious group. You can count on just two hands the number of Alabama high school football coaches who are part of the 300 win club. This accomplishment even gained the attention of NFL Hall of Famer Brett Favre and former MLB player and manager Pete Rose.
Hello, Coach Benefield. It's Brett Favre, and congrats are in order for you there at Fife, Alabama.
Those are some of my favorite, athletes, and I'm a Packer fan, so Brett Favre, of course, was. But then when I was in high school, the Big Red Machine was the Cincinnati Reds, and I went to Atlanta every time, they played, so, it was just awesome.
Hitting the 300 win mark is just another thing to add to Coach Benefield's list of accomplishments. He's won 4 state titles and has won 85% of his games, which is one of the best winning percentages in Alabama high school football history. When you ask Coach Benefield what means the most to him, it's not the accolades, the plaques, or even the wins.
The older you get, you value the relationships that you have with the kids, and then the relationships you've made with other coaches. I have a lot of friends throughout the state. I've tried to help other coaches when I could. That adds a little satisfaction to it, just trying to help your fellow man.
Coach Benefield is coming up on his 30th year as a head coach. And as for his final act, he says stay tuned, because you never know when the story might end.
All right, now Coach Benefield going for number 301 tonight against Brindley Mountain and his Fife Red Devils, coming through with a 54-6 victory. Congratulations to Coach Benefield and company. We will wrap up the show with an amazing game between Athens and Muscle Shoals. You don't want to miss it.
The action on First Down Friday night.
All right, we'll wrap things up tonight in the Shoals area. We had a good one this evening. Athens flying over to Muscle Shoals to take on the Trojans. And when I say good, this thing was good from the beginning to the end. We will pick things up early on, and Athens with the ball knocking on the door. Jalen Gilbert gets the call around the left side, and he finds pay dirt for his score, making it 7-0 Golden Eagles. Muscle Shoals, though, will respond. Brooks Berry taking the handoff, fights for extra yardage, and he gets that touchdown. 7-7, we got a tied ball game. Later, Athens up 10-7. A.J. Cherry, one of their top athletes, he gets the ball on the little quick pitch pass. Watch him just run by everybody, stiff arms a man, and dives for the end zone for a score that puts Muscle Shoals up 14-10. Fourth quarter, Trojans up 28-23. Jalen Gilbert says, "Give me the ball." Watch as he bounces it outside, and he gone, everybody. 10-5 touchdown for Mr. Gilbert. Athens misses a 2-point conversion, so it's 29-28. Under a minute to go. It is 4th and 13 for Muscle Shoals. Luke Peoples throws it across the middle, and he's got a man. It's Noah Pittman, first down at the 20-yard line. Here's your ball game. Sam Wright, he is right on the money. 37-yard field goal. It's good. Muscle Shoals win. Trojans win. Let's check out your final score on this one as they win a thriller tonight out there in the Shoals area by a final of 31-29. Next week, Muscle Shoals takes on Deschler. Athens takes on Hueytown. Hey, let's tell you about our First Down Friday night MVP of the week real quick. Last week, it was Avery Seaton, 429 total yards, 5 touchdowns as Madison Academy beat Westminster Christian 47-7. Congrats to him and congrats to them on such a great victory tonight. All right, and nominations are open. Just make sure you send over an email, news@rocketcitynow.com. We need your name, the team, the position, of course, the stats on what they did. We'll find out who is the next First Down Friday Night MVP on a Wednesday. Man, what a wonderful night for high school football in the Tennessee Valley. I want to thank you for joining us here on WZDX's First Down Friday Night. Have yourself a great and safe weekend, and don't forget to mask up.
You've been watching First Down Friday Night, sponsored by your local Health Mart Pharmacy and B2EDI. Be the best to ever do it.